Hey besties, welcome back to my channel. My name is Ash, aka Ash_Marceline here on YouTube and all my other social media platforms. If you have seen my videos before, welcome back. And if you are new here, welcome to the channel. Make sure to hit that like button down below. It really helps the channel out. Hit that notification bell to be notified when I upload, and of course subscribe down below. This video, monthly empties. I am going to try to speed through this because these videos tend to be very long. I do the empties portion and then I skip on into the updates on what things I'm trying to get rid of, basically. So let's just hop right on in here. Plus this bag I have, I've used it for a couple of months. It's disgusting. So I'm probably just going to bag everything up and toss it after. First up is a Bath & Body Works Midnight Snow candle. I already have a backup of this. Would repurchase 100%. Kind of a miscellaneous thing, this vitamin D3 supplement. Always do your research on supplements, check in with your doctor, yada yada yada. Another kind of miscellaneous thing is this Bath & Body Works Wallflower and Vanilla Bean Noel. Would repurchase. I have a collagen gel mask by Abib, Heartleaf Jelly. This one is one of those ones that you can wear for 30 minutes. I really don't like this one, so would not repurchase. The Cream Shop Hello Kitty Hydrocolloid Pimple Patches. Maybe. I have quite a few of these to get through, so not as of right now. On the Pimple Patch train, this Pioncule Calming Clear Spot Patch. It had 145 patches, so that was nice. However, they were so tiny that like I had to use multiple in order to get the coverage that I wanted. So this is a no. A sample of the Mediheal Metacasticide Blemish Pads. I do have the full size and I will continue to repurchase these. They're amazing. Good for DIY sheet masking, all that fun stuff. Got two, well actually it's four. Two different kinds. This is the Grace and Stella eye patches. I have the restoring ones, which I'm kind of on the fence about, and then I have the firming ones, which I actually do like, so I would get these again. I'm trying to use those up. I've been kind of lacking in the eye patch department, trying to get that stuff used up. Gillette Clear Power Brush Antiperspirant Deodorant. No. Bath & Body Works Vampire Blood Foaming Hand Soap. Hell yeah. I actually really do like this packaging. Look at that. The fangs, the bats, all of it. Love it. Will repurchase next year. Nescafe Gold Espresso in the Blonde. Yes. I already have repurchased this. This is a throwaway, sadly. The Jeffree Star Velour Liquid Lipstick in the shade Androgyny. It's all dried out. I can't use it, so womp womp. The Tree Hut Pumpkin Spice Latte Scrub. I wouldn't repurchase. The scent was really strong. I did like it initially, and that's why I purchased it, but then, yeah, no. The Baby Powder Lotion Company Body Lotion. Yes, I have another mini of this to use, and then I will probably purchase a full size because it lasts a ridiculously long time. And it smells just like baby powder. The Dalba Intensive Volufiline Grinding Cream. No, this reminded me a lot of like slapping Vaseline on my face. Now, while it was moisturizing, it did break me out, unfortunately. And some of the packaging, the gold part was starting to come off, so I was getting gold flakes on my face, so that's not great. The Biodance Sea Kelp Gel Toner Pads, this is a no. Sadly, this is more for like DIY sheet masking rather than swiping across the face. I found it hard to use them swiping around across my face rather than doing a sheet mask with them. VT Riedel Shot 100. Yes, I've already repurchased this. I have it sitting somewhere. The e.l.f. Vitamin C and E serum. Hell to the hell no. Hell to the effing no. Hell, I hated this stuff, the component. Eventually it stopped picking up product anyway, and yes, there is still a little bit left in there, but I hated it so much. I hated the texture, I hated the smell, everything about it. I hated it, I hated it, I hated it. Never ever again. The DMAF Hero My First Serum. No, I don't even know why I bought this, to be honest. It is moisturizing, I will give it that, but I think it's a little bit too much for me. The Skin 1004 Probio Cica Intensive Ampule. I will repurchase this. This is very, very nice soothing serum. I used it a lot when I was dermaplaning, and it was not, it didn't burn, it was very soothing. I liked it. Last but certainly not least is the Belief Super Drops Niacinamide Golden Glow Serum. I got this in either it was a advent calendar or one of my little holiday sets that I unboxed and did a little bit of a review on. I would repurchase this. I did like this. So that's everything I used up for the month of November. Not a whole lot, granted, but I mean, that's just how it goes. Some months I'll be using a lot of stuff. Some months it's not a lot of stuff. It just kind of depends on when things were opened and blah, blah, blah. So next part, take it away, future me, for updates on stuff I'm trying to use up. Okay, so this is the part of the video where we go through updates for my project Use It Up. Now, some of these are going to be new things, but essentially a lot of stuff hasn't changed. So let's just get on into it. Let's start with hair as usual. My shampoo, which is the Function of Beauty for curly hair. Is this the shampoo? No, that's the conditioner. This is the shampoo. I did flip the bottle upside down, so it might be a little confusing, but this line and this line all the way down here is basically how much I've used for 1 month, and that's a pretty big chunk. So this one probably will be done by next month. Next is the same brand, Function of Beauty, and this is the conditioner. Right here is current. This is old, where my finger is right here. So good chunk. This one will last a bit more, quite a long time in my opinion. The Paul Mitchell Super Skinny Serum. Hopefully you'll be able to see the hash marks. If not, I'm sorry. But it's barely anything, as usual. The DeLeaf Better Root Dandruff Hair Tonic I've used this month much. So close to half. The Pattern Styling Cream hasn't budged at all since last month, which is surprising. I think that happens with everyone during a project Use It Up. Just a bit closer. Pretty much happens with everybody during a project Use It Up. Somehow you end up with more product. Who knew? And then my Aussie Miracle Curls Mousse, the one with the coconut oil, is still here. But this was like a repurchase type deal. A lot of stuff that's a repurchase I'm not going to include, so I may not include the next mousse that I use, but this is the mousse that I'm using currently. Body care. Olay Retinol Cleansing and Renewing. I haven't really used a whole lot this winter, mainly because it is super duper drying for my skin. It says nighttime body wash. Don't know about that one. I have to, when I hop out of the shower, I have to use a body oil afterwards because this is so drying to the point where my skin itches, which is rather annoying. Love Beauty and Planet Vanilla Bean body wash. I did turn this upside down just so I could get most of it out. There's old line, there's new line. Pretty decent chunk, I'm hoping, in the next few months. Dove Holiday Treats, the cinnamon pumpkin pie, not my favorite, so I'm gonna try to use it up this winter. We are down to here. And since I just used up a Tree Hut body scrub, I did grab the matching Dove scrub to put in the shower. EOS Shave Cream and Vanilla Bliss. Here's last month, here's this month. I've only been using this for my armpits because I don't shave my legs in the winter. What's the point of doing that? Nothing. Tree Hut Sweet Cream Whipped Shea Butter. For some reason, this thing smells like a little cinnamony. I don't know why. It doesn't give me cream at all. It gives me cinnamon, which is really odd. But I've used up till about there, so that's about, because these are filled to the brim practically, to where it's like touching the lid. So that's how much I've used. And these things don't budge. They're that thick. Not my favorite, but I will use it. I use it after the shower mainly. So that one's gonna take a while, probably all winter. Random thing, deodorant. Old Spice Fiji with Palm Tree Antiperspirant Deodorant. This little guy, which this is gonna be a little confusing for some people. This line that I marked, this is how much is left of the product. From here, from this line up to here is how much is left. So really not too bad. Used up quite a big chunk of it. But this one I had opened and was using. Then I switched to that gel one, which I can't remember the name of right now. And somehow lost this one, but I found it. And I'm surprised it's at that line, essentially. So next, skincare. Favorite thing. Start off with cleansers, oil cleansers being the first thing. Skin 1004 light cleansing oil, barely did anything with. You can't even really see the line underneath the old line. I haven't really been wearing too much makeup during this winter season because of how dry the air has been. While my skin is oily underneath and produces oil, I do have surface dryness and I'm acne prone. So I've been trying not to wear too much makeup just because of the surface dryness. I've been trying to keep my skin hydrated. Biodance Collagen Cleansing Oil is still with us. Old line, new line. Did use up a little bit, but not as much as I would like to. Well, that was kind of a random thing. Cleansers. The oh my god, Round Lab Docto cleanser. Didn't really use hardly any of it. There's the line right there, I think. Yeah, I used it maybe twice. I've been using my micellar water a lot lately. I need to get back on the train with this. Anua Rice and Ceramide Enzyme Brightening Cleansing Powder, which I'm surprised I didn't finish, but that's where we're at currently for December. Hopefully by January this will be done. Skipping over into random territory, the Skin Body Hair Identifier Spray is still here. I will be very happy when this is gone. Toners. This is the Hada Labo Gokujun Aging Care. Hopefully you can see old line, new line, used a good chunk. I'll be using this all winter. And it works really well for hydration, I will say. Dalba First Serum Spray, I've used quite a large chunk of since, you know, winter. It's been dry. Here's the old line, there's the new line. Yeah, I've used a good chunk of this. Plus, remember, I do have 2 of these. This is just the one I have been using. The other one is currently in my stash. So, this stuff's really great in the wintertime. In the realm of toner pads, I have this VT Sika Mild Toner Pad. I've used this quite a lot. There's the line where I think it is. I can't see through the container, so this is a guesstimation, really. I've used this for DIY sheet masking. I've used it as a toner pad. It's got a raised abrasive side. Maybe you could see. Hopefully I don't drop it. Might not be able to see that, but I like it. It's okay. The only thing I don't like about it is the fact that the spatula, there's no area to like put it in, like not on the lid or anything, so it like literally sits in the container, which is not sanitary in my opinion. But I do like this. It does smell really nice, I will say. I think that's it for toners. Random stuff, this Ilso Super Melting Sebum Softener. Used a little bit, not a lot. The Ordinary AHA BHA Peeling Solution. You also might not be able to see too good, but yeah. Essentially this one, like I said in the last video that I made of up my project Use It Up, this is gonna take me a long time to use. Beauty of Joseon Red Bean Refreshing Pore Mask. I've used this maybe once or twice. Hasn't really moved. So this is also going to take me a while. While this is not overly drying, it's still a little bit drying. I do enjoy the smell. It's got this light rosy smell to it, almost like a fruity, in my opinion, or kind of florally, other than like a rose. It's not just rose, it's a florally scent to it, but she's also very thick. And yeah, you get the idea. Serums. Oh, here's another miscellaneous thing. I always forget at least one thing, maybe 2. Dr. Malaxin Peel Shot. This is the white rice ampule. I'm adding this into Project Use It Up. Here it is right here that I've used, because this, I like the black rice one a lot better than this one. The black rice seems to be the one that is more deeply exfoliating rather than this one. This is more like surface exfoliating. It's gentler than the black rice one. So I would repurchase the black rice one, but this one, no. So I'm going to add it into Project Use It Up. Speaking of serums that I've added the VT PDRN Essence. I can't see through this bottle at all, so I have no idea how much is left in it. It seems like maybe halfway. It is an airless pump, so top part gets heavier. I would say it's maybe halfway, but that's just a guess. And my battery is dying as per usual. Hopefully I didn't lose any footage. We are down to the last bit of the update. Last thing we always do is fragrances, so. Would anyone like to see a video of like monthly favorites, or maybe like every quarter monthly favorites / dislikes? I'd be willing to make that for y'all if anyone's interested. I might just make it anyway, just because this is, you know, a hobby of mine. But that's on the table. We were on serums. This is the Ordinary Retinol 0.5% in squalane. You won't be able to see it on the amber part of the bottle, but it was roughly at here, and now it's down to there, which is actually pretty good. I'm not quite up to using it every single night, but I am using it either every other night or every couple nights, based off of how my skin is feeling. I don't really enjoy the oiliness of this, but I'm willing to put up with it since it's wintertime. Summertime, that might be a hard no. Last serum to talk about, the label is being worn off, is the Skin 1004, the Pore Ampule. Past month, this month, I've used a good amount. Say maybe in the next 2 months it should be done. This is a pretty big bottle too, as I've said previous. Last few things, I've got a moisturizer. It's still the Bioma Moisturizing Gel Cream. Not quite done with her yet. How much is in this? 50 mLs? And I only use this like in the morning. I use a heavier moisturizer at night during the winter time. Still enjoying it. I'm surprised it's lasted this long. When did I open this? I feel like it was like during the summer, like mid-summer. Yeah. Oh, where did it go? Oh, here we go. The Beauty of Joseon Revive Eye Serum is still here and alive. I thought it was going to be done, but it is definitely not. She's still fighting hard. I used it as a overall serum step, and I've also used it as an eye cream. This thing, if you want to bang for your buck, this lasts a ridiculous amount of time because I opened it during the summer. Yeah. Or maybe end of summer. So she's lasted a really, really long time. Would I repurchase her? Yeah, I would say like my forehead lines are a little bit less noticeable using it, because I'll put it on my, I'll put like one dot here on either side of my under eye, and then I'll put like the excess up here where my deep forehead wrinkles are. I've got 2 of them, and they're not as noticeable. I've noticed they're not as noticeable. Up close you can definitely tell, but I digress. Medicube Collagen Night Wrapping Mask. Didn't use any of it. Maybe I used it once. Has not moved. Womp womp. This was a goal of mine and I completely failed at that. But I did get a fan, and it's a bear, and it is very cute. And I'll show you here. It folds out. You have to kind of like push this part down. It's rechargeable, and this will be excellent for drying this. Plus, it comes with a light. If you hold down the button, there's the light. Woo. Cool. If I ever needed a flashlight, 2 for 1, right? And I love how it's a bear. And I got it in black for, you know, black bears. I don't know. But that should be helpful for this. Still will be working on that one. All right, moving on to fragrances. We shall start off with the ones that didn't really get used. The Finery, Not Another Cherry, didn't touch her. Vince Camuto Femme, also didn't really touch her. I don't know what it is about this body spray that I'm just not reaching for it. The Bath & Body Works Dream Bright, I did use a small amount. See there, right at the bottom of that little gem is how much has been used. In the Stars, I've used slightly, not as much as I would like. Afternoon Sunshine, didn't really touch this one either. Might not even be able to tell. There's the new line. Old one right there. Yeah, I didn't really reach for this one either. One I did use quite a bit, and it's basically on days where I don't feel like, you know, layering a body spray with a perfume, because this one's strong enough to do both, is the Bath & Body Works Luminous. Still have the one that's, I still have one in my car. Okay, see if you can see. There's the old line up there. Here's the new line. I've made a good dent in this, so pretty happy with that, especially since this is the strongest one. You don't want to use too much of this, but I did use it. I reached for it quite a bit. Bodycology Caramel Indulgence, also reached for this a few times. Oh, I forgot about this one. Bath & Body Works Diamond Shimmer Mist and Vampire Blood. I did use some, not a lot, but I mean, progress is progress, right? I'm not a shimmer mist person anymore, so I'm struggling. But I also don't find this to be very wintry in, you know, scent profile, so it might be why I'm not reaching for it. Last but not least is the Sol de Janeiro 62, the really big one. I did use some of it. Old line, new line. I didn't reach for it as much this month. I definitely didn't reach for 71, hardly at all. But maybe that's because the luminous one I'm like desperate to get rid of. I don't know. But I still like this, don't get me wrong. I still love her. I did kind of need a break from her though, because I was getting burnt out with the caramel and pistachio profile, scent profile. Same thing with this, because this is a dupe for that. But I did reach for this more than I reached for the 62, which is hilarious. I do need to start using this though. And the perfume. And I have a lotion. I don't even know what I was thinking with the lotion, but whatever. That's pretty much everything for the month of January. I will see y'all next month for December, and I hope you have a very Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, Happy Kwanzaa, whatever holiday you celebrate around this time of year. Happy Yule, and I will see you in the new year.